The first trailer for Transformers: Rise of the Beasts gives the series about robots in disguise a new and exciting feel, but there is still one big problem to solve. Transformers: Rise of the Beasts is the 7th movie in the Transformers series. The story takes place in the mid-1990s and looks to continue where Bumblebee left off. Autobots Optimus Prime and Bumblebee return to the big screen and go on an adventure that involves 3 newer groups of Transformers: the Maximals, the Predacons, and the Terracons. Rise of the Beasts improves a key Transformers design flaw. Transformers: Rise of the Beasts fixes a major flaw in how Maximal was made right away. Optimus Prime and Bumblebee will be back in the 7th movie in the Transformers series. However, in Transformers: Rise of the Beasts, their offspring, the Maximals, will also be making their big screen debut. When they first appeared in Beast Wars: Transformers, the Maximals looked almost like normal animals that could talk. At the time, it was a good idea to give Transformers an animalistic feel because it would make them stand out. However, this led to a huge problem. In Beast Wars: Transformers, the fact that the Maximals Transformers were also robots from another planet didn't make sense with their furry design. The Maximals didn't change much when they turned into beasts. In fact, they might have looked even worse. The Maximals' fur coats merged with their robotic limbs to show that they were half machine, but this made the animal Transformers look sloppy and thrown together, which didn't make sense and didn't fit in with the rest of the franchise. How Rise of the Beasts fixes the Transformers designs. In Transformers: Rise of the Beasts, the Maximals revert to their Beast Wars Transformers designs, but with one important change. This time, all of the Maximals' beast modes look more mechanical and have little or no fur or feathers. This new, updated look makes the Maximals seem more real and believable, and also brings them closer to the face of live-action Autobots like Optimus Prime from the Transformers movies. If the Maximals in Transformers: Rise of the Beasts were the same size as their real-world counterparts, they would look very strange next to other Autobots, who are at least 15 feet tall. Transformers: Rise of the Beasts finds a good balance between making the Maximals look like animals and tying them to the tall robot Transformers we already know and love. The first Transformers: Rise of the Beasts trailer shows that the Maximals have gotten better looking, which is a strong sign that the movie franchise is going in the right direction. The problem with Transformers Beast Wars design. Many of the Transformers in Beast Wars had strange designs when they were first made. In a practical sense, the animated Maximals were meant to be part of the Transformers race. However, the fact that they didn't look any different from real animals with fur or feathers gave them a look that was a bit controversial. The way the Maximals were made also made it hard for people to tell if they were machines from another planet or animals. Even when they turned into beasts, the first Maximal designs could have been more realistic. For example, it didn't seem very plausible that Cheetor, who looked like a normal cheetah, could quickly change into an alien robot with thrusters that let him fly, and an arm blaster that he could use to fight. Beast Wars Transformers could have fixed this problem by making the Maximals look more mechanical in their regular forms so that they would look like real robots when they changed. The Maximals in Transformers: Rise of the Beasts deal with these problems, ensuring they will have a bigger impact in live action than they did in the animation. However, Transformers: Rise of the Beasts still faces one major challenge: the problem with introducing 3 new Transformers factions. Transformers: Rise of the Beasts has a lot of new characters, which could make it hard for people to figure out who they are and which are good and bad. In Transformers: Rise of the Beasts, the Maximals, Predacons, and Terracons will be seen for the first time in real life. This gives the Autobots and Decepticons a chance to fight more. If you watched the animated Beast Wars Transformers TV show in the 1990s, or know anything about Transformers, this new story may be more interesting to you. Too many characters in Transformers: Rise of the Beasts might be too much for the average viewer to handle. The story of Transformers: Rise of the Beasts will bring many new Transformers to the big screen. This means that there will be a lot of new names to learn, like Scourge, Cheetor, and Rhinox. People who have never seen a Transformers movie before might have trouble telling which character is which. Depending on how the action scenes in Transformers: Rise of the Beasts are shot, it might also be hard hard for the average viewer to tell the good guys from the bad guys. This was one of the biggest complaints about the first two Transformers movies. Both old and new, Autobots will be shown along with the human characters that have become a mainstay of the Transformers series. Peter Cullen is back to voice Optimus Prime in his G1 form, and Bumblebee, of course, is a key character once again. Mirage, whose voice was done by Pete Davidson of Saturday Night Live, is back with a new look that is closer to his G1 look. Arcee also returns, and Liza Koshy gives the character's voice. Wheeljack will also be back, and Cristo Fernandez will give him a voice. There are also a lot of new Transformers to go with these old favorites. Michaela J. Rodriguez, who will play Nightbird, will be on the side of the Terracons, along with a new big bad villain, Scourge. The Maximal Airazor will be played by Michelle Yeoh, who is in the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once. The Maximal Cheetor has been shown, but no voice actor has been named. Along with the Terracon Battletrap, the Maximal Rhinox is in the movie, and David Sobolov gives him a voice. Optimus Primal, the leader of the Maximals, will have his voice done by Ron Perlman. How the Rise of the Beasts action scenes can help with clarity. Epic fight scenes between towering robots can sometimes be difficult for audiences to follow due to the abundance of metal on screen. Transformers Rise of the Beasts solves this issue by incorporating slower camera pans during action sequences, allowing viewers to clearly distinguish the characters and grasp the progression of the battle. This technique helps to alleviate confusion and enhance the viewing experience. The success of Bumblebee has already shown that Transformers battle scenes don't need quick cuts, sharp angles, repeated close-ups, or even too much shaky cam to be exciting. Limiting the number of explosions and using less over-the-top special effects can help people understand what is happening on screen and make it easier to follow the flow of the battle. Transformers Rise of the Beasts has the potential to be an exciting movie that adds to the success of the franchise. However, when the three new groups fight, they must be careful not to confuse the audience. Moving on, why is Mirage a Porsche in Rise of the Beasts? In Transformers Rise of the Beasts, the Autobots are wearing their G1 designs, but Mirage is not like the rest of them. Mirage, who made his live-action debut in Transformers Dark of the Moon, will be one of the Autobots and Maximals fighting against the Terracons in the next movie. Since the movie is set in the 1990s, many of the robots in disguise will be different from what we've seen in the past. With so many G1 designs in the new movie, the look chosen for Mirage in Rise of the Beasts stands out. In G1, Mirage is a Ligier GS11 Formula 1 racing car, but in the new movie, they decided to use a completely different car. Mirage starts out as a silver Porsche 964 with a blue stripe down the middle in the Rise of the Beasts trailer. When you look at how the movie makes Autobots like Optimus Prime look like they did in G1, it's strange that Rise of the Beasts doesn't use the Formula 1 version of Mirage. One reason could be that the Formula 1 needs to be bigger to stand out. As a race car, it can't fool people on the road into thinking it's a normal car like a Porsche can. Has Mirage as a Porsche replaced Jazz in Transformers Rise of the Beasts? The fact that Jazz, an Autobot in the Transformers movies, can change into a Porsche also draws attention to Mirage's design. Jazz is one of the main characters from the first Transformers movie. In the cartoons, he is Optimus Prime's right-hand man. Since it's unlikely that two different Autobots will use the same car as a disguise in the movie, Jazz won't be in it at all. In fact, Jazz might be replaced by Mirage in the Transformers story. How Mirage fits into Transformers Rise of the Beasts story. Based on how long the trailer stays on Mirage, its abilities, and how it changes, the classic Autobot will likely play a big role in the movie and the fight against the Terracons. Mirage brings a lot to the action with his ability to make illusions and become invisible. He could be helpful when Optimus Prime, Optimus Primal, and the others fight Rise of the Beasts bad guys. From what I can tell, Mirage will also fit into the story of people. In the trailer, the movie's main character, Noah, played by Anthony Ramos, was seen driving the Porsche. It may or may not be a car he bought without knowing what it was. No matter how he got in the car, it seemed to take over the steering and send the police after him. In the 2007 movie, Transformers, Bumblebee was Sam Witwicky's way into the world of the Autobots and the Decepticons. In the 2015 movie, Transformers, Rise of the Beasts, Mirage could pull Noah and some other human characters into the fight with the Terracons. Are you excited about the new Transformers as we are? Comment below. But unfortunately, guys, that is all the time we had for today. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, cheers.